Well, you're salty like you always are.
That's just how I am.
Situation normal.
Situation normal. Dave wakes up, and he's like the Great Salt Lake.
It's just the way I was born.
I know.
I was born this way.
I get it. All right, Gary, did you buy a lottery ticket?
Yes. I don't know what our numbers were. My wife takes care of that, but we had got to be in it to win it. We were in it.
Unfortunately, we don't live in Illinois, so we didn't win, so we had to come to work today.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Well, say I'm hoping that my sister or my brother-in-law just happened to be in Illinois.
Yeah,
drive across the border from Missouri, just happen to be over there for something. But I think the odds of that happening are probably worse than the odds of winning the lottery.
Yeah. So, today's fillet day. Could you imagine how much damage if I would have won the lottery? I would have bought all the fillets from Tom Leonard's.
Hopefully, you would have threw a couple our way.
I would have bought fillets for everybody.
That would have been awesome.
Could you imagine because today is National Fillet Day, right?
Yeah.
And at Tom Leonard's, they do that. It's like $12 a pound. You buy the full fillet, and then they cut it into steaks. And there's going to have 6 butchers. I'm going to go over there after work today.
Oh my goodness! Now I'm hungry.
Oh, it is. I had those fillets last year. Jeff was out of town, so TJ came on with me. That's where I really got to meet TJ. And I went by, and he goes, "Oh, here, have a couple steaks." I went over to Cousin Beth's house and cooked them. They were like butter. They melted in your mouth. They're the greatest fillets I've ever had.
Yeah, I buy steak there a lot, slab, and get them to cut it by to a certain thickness and all that. Strips, ribeyes, whatever.
Oh, could you imagine if I just walked in and I just said, "Okay, everybody, fillets on me"? I'd be like Rodney Dangerfield and Back to School. Hey, books, beds, it's all on me.
It'd be like Oprah, you get a fillet, you get a fillet, you get a fillet.
Gary, you get 2 fillets today.
Oh, that's cheating. I went 2.
That's right. Oh my goodness. I'm just laughing because you went to Rodney Dangerfield's Back to School. Pick a card. Shakespeare for everyone.
For everybody. That's outstanding. Anyway, today is National Fillet Day. I'm going to go over and visit with TJ. I will not be allowed to touch any of the butcher knives, but I hopefully will walk out with a bunch of steak today. It's their big day over there. People line up at 8 o'clock, and it's like 20 people deep, but it's fun because everybody's standing there sharing grilling recipes. So we have that to look forward to today. But the big story of the day, Caroline Leavitt, the youngest press secretary in the history of the White House, is stepping down. She is a mom. Once again, she's got 2 little kids under the age of 2. She said, listen, it's hard to be a mom and to be the White House press secretary, especially when you have a president that just go, 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 go. So God bless her. She did a wonderful job over there. I think she's probably one of the most effective press secretaries we have ever seen in the White House because she would just stand there and just go to battle. I mean, she should have been wearing battle gear as she walked in. She could have been a ninja to talk with the White House press corps and held her own. And I have a friend who's a press secretary, and to them, Dave, I'm not sure if everybody gets this. They have a lot of other jobs they have to do. They help craft the message points. They have to do all that, work behind the scenes, give background. So the way it works, folks, in the media, I'll take you behind the curtain. You have to negotiate with people. I do this all the time. I negotiate with lawmakers, different groups, senators, the governor's office when I can. You have to negotiate what kind of attribution is what they call it. So when I sit down and first meet them, okay, listen, here's what I need from you. I need to make sure that we establish so we're on the same page, what's off the record, what's on background, and what's on the record so I can report it. So sometimes they'll say, okay, Rich, this is off the record so you know. And I'll put it in sports parlance for everybody, make it easy, and I don't betray any secrets. In baseball, they would tell me, okay, this is off the record. This pitcher's not available tonight. So when we're broadcasting the games, we can't say, well, why aren't they using that guy? Well, we already know he can't go tonight. He's tired, not available. So we have enough information so we can report the story accurately. Then the next point of attribution they'll give you is on background. On background means someone in that office says, listen, I'm going to give you this, but I'm not attaching my name to it, but it is what's really going on. On background, I've learned this. On background, I've learned that this pitcher has been undergoing testing for a strained arm on background. So then I can report that so you know what's going on. Then on the record, I can say, well, the trainer sat down with me before the ball game and told me X, Y, and Z about this pitcher. So it's a different levels of attribution. She goes in there and just battles these people on a daily basis. So she has to deal with the attributions. Then she just goes in there and from my friend who was a spokesperson in DC, they have a briefing book, and you used to see Corinne Jean-Pierre walk in with their briefing book. That briefing book has the position of your office holder, everything you could possibly be asked. Now, Caroline Levitt doesn't use it. She's so sharp and she studies so much. And you would see Corinne Jean-Pierre like flipping through the book, trying to find the right answer. Caroline Levitt just boom right there. That's why I thought she was so effective. And I thought Corinne Jean-Pierre did such a horrible job as the White House press secretary. But I'm asking this morning, who should we have as our next White House press secretary? Because they're speaking for the president. They're speaking for the White House. Now, I know people will go, well, you know, the press secretary for Marco Rubio is pretty good, and there's one over there for the Senate, and there's one over at the Department of Interior. Now, listen, we can go find anybody at Capitol Hill that wants to apply for this job. I want to think outside the box this morning. Who would be a great White House press secretary? So we put it out on Facebook, facebook.com/newsradio WRVA. I've got it as our James River Air text line. People are hitting me up, 833-804-1140. Here's my top 10, Dave. You ready?
Go for it.
Number 1, Stone Cold Steve Austin.
That's a good one.
All right, you be a member of the press. You ask me a question.
So, Mr. Stone Cold.
What? What?
Wow.
He would be awesome, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And be up there slamming beers at the podium.
Oh, yeah. He gets done with the press conference. His music comes up. He's slamming a beer as he walks out, giving the middle finger to everybody. He'd be awesome. All right. Here's my top 10 list. I just put it up on Facebook. Stone Cold Steve Austin. Charles Barkley. Charles Barkley would be, he just looked at, what did you say? He'd be great. Okay. Kid Rock. Kid Rock walks out with the full pimp outfit. Oh, he would be great. You said this earlier, so I included him. The Rock. Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Somebody asks a question, gives him the people's eyebrow.
That would be good.
He would be outstanding. All right. How about this one? And again, these are not partisan. I'm just trying to think outside the box. How about Snoop Dogg?
Well, or Snoop Dogg, yeah.
Just Snoop Dogg just standing up there.
It'd be very chill.
Yeah. Snoop Dogg.
There wouldn't be much yelling or sarcasm or anything. You know, you just kind of be, well, you know.
Okay, now this one might be serious. You ready? Dana White. The guy who runs UFC. Can you imagine Dana White as the press secretary? You know what? Okay,
he would just kind of, if you asked a dumb question, he would just ask you, really?
Really? And just, we're moving on. That's stupid.
Yeah, exactly.
And then he challenged somebody to a fight. You want to fight? Hey, you got a question, Marco Rubio? I'll book it Saturday, UFC. We'll go fight on the lawn. He'd be great. All right, I threw this one in there. Because if I have Chuck, then I got to have Shaq.
Well, one could be, you know, they could trade off taking questions.
Oh, the two of them together?
Yeah.
Then maybe you just have the entire set of the NBA.
Have Kenny the Jet Smith up there.
Jet. Kenny the Jet could run to the board to point things out behind them.
Yeah.
Right? Ernie Johnson's just standing there going, what is going on? And then you've got...
And Shaq would fall into the Christmas tree or something.
You've got Charles who go, you know, there's some big old women in San Antonio.
Yeah. Oh, trust me, I heard that a lot when I was there.
There's some big old women in there's some big old women in San Antonio. And then you'd have Shaq just going, and you can't understand a word he says. Yeah, that you could quote Shaq on that one. Okay. We already said this right off the bat. Gordon Ramsay. Donkey.
I think that might be my number one now. Now that I'm thinking about it.
Okay. Number 9. Matthew McConaughey. Ask me a question. Go ahead. I'll be Matthew McConaughey.
All right.
Oh, you got to ask. Okay, I'll ask you a question. You be Matthew.
Okay.
Mr. McConaughey, we'd like to know, the latest job numbers came out, and we wanted to know the White House's position. It seems that we've lost a lot of jobs this month.
All right.
That would be outstanding.
No, did you have a job? It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
All right, then finally, Samuel L. Jackson.
There'd be a lot of swearing in that one.
Oh.
Almost as much swearing as with Gordon Ramsay.
Samuel L. Jackson from Pulp Fiction.
That would be good.
Hey,
And Snakes on a Plane.
yeah, or when he's in the diner in Pulp Fiction, somebody just asking him some question, and he goes, "Chill, honey bunny. Be cool like Fonzie." That would be
cool like Fonzie.
Cool like Fonzie. We're all going to be little Fonzies here. Tell us on either Facebook, News Radio WRVA, or you can text in the James River Hair text line 833-804-1140. Somebody said John Fetterman on Facebook. That would be outstanding as well. What do you all think? 833-804-1140 or on our Facebook page, News Radio WRVA on Facebook. All right, let's talk about today's program. Of course,